Hello, and thank you so much for joining me back here for our collective read of Junebug, my my first book. Right now, when I wrote Junebug, it was written and dedicated to the welfare of our future children, and that's going to come with us in recognition and awareness, and passing that on to those we love. Right. So if you haven't grabbed your copy of Junebug, please hop on my website, CherieDoyen.com, and grab yourself a copy. You can read along. All right, and we're going to dive right in to Junebug. Uncle Vernon and I have a special bond through the horses. Aunt Carol is my mom's only sister, so she and Uncle Vernon are around all the time. He went to college, and in our small town, that's a real big deal. They even lived in California for a while. They're the only people I know who have ever lived any place else. He's very calm and soft-spoken. I can always count on him if things are out of hand. The voice of reason. Uncle Vernon never drinks. He doesn't have the taste for the liquid gold. He raises Appaloosas. And with me being so small, I can get them used to having them out early without any damage being done to their backs. This gives Uncle Vernon a little head start with the training. I spend a lot of time at their place working with him. He has big dreams of having a national winner. He can get there without a good rider. Uncle Vernon and I have a very special bond through the horses. Aunt Carol is my mom's only sister, so she and Uncle Vernon are around all the time. He went to college, and in our small town, that's a big deal. They even lived in California for a while. You know, they're the only people I know who have ever lived anywhere else. He's a very calm and soft-spoken, and I can always count on him if things are out of hand. The voice of reason. Uncle Vernon never drinks. He doesn't have a taste for the liquid gold. He raised Appaloosas, and with me being so small, I can get them used to having them out really early without any damage being done to their backs. Now, this gives Uncle Vernon a little head start with the training. I spend a lot of time at their place working with him. He has big dreams of having a national winner, and he can't get there without a good rider. I want nothing more than for that rider to be me. So I just jump when he calls. I work hard to prove that I have what it takes. I spend my days with the horses. Sounds like a dream coming true. He's my chance to escape this place, to have a life outside of here. It's time for another horse show, and the family's going to be along later. So Uncle Vernon picks me and Ginger up on his way. Now the ride to the grounds is exciting, and tonight I get to ride Ginger in our usual category along with one of Uncle Vernon's young fillies in the 2-year-old category. I'm talking a mile a minute. We've worked hard this week and we're ready. We unloaded the horses and I walk around with the filly to get her used to the noises. It's her first time out in public with all the sounds and smells. She's nervous, nostrils are flared, and I do my best to avoid Randy. You know, he's always hanging around. And I have to stay calm and focused. It's important for this filly. It's a big night for us. I can't get my head all mucked up. We're saddled up and ready to go, and the filly's hyped, right? This is a completely different experience from working at home. We walk around outside the ring to get her used to the buzz of activity, and I talk to her the whole time. Okay, girl, it's time to show him. You're all right. You can do this. She prances a little bit as we head into the ring. She doesn't like the crowd of horses at the gate. But once we get inside and spread out, she settles into a nice rhythm. We get around the ring once. Yeah, there you go. Great job, I tell her. Horses are picked off periodically, but not us. There we are, first time out, standing in the line at the center of the ring, waiting for the announcer to call out the winners. He begins with fourth place. My stomach's in knots as we wait. Now seconds. Not us either. Here we go. I can't believe it. First place. That ought to mean something to Uncle Vernon, right? I'm so excited on the ride home that I can't stop talking. Uncle Vernon just listens. We left my parents at the grounds. They're helping with the cleanup. We unload Ginger and get her settled in for the night. I thank him for the ride and turn to head inside. Gently, he takes hold of my arm and he pulls me back in, close. He kisses me gently on the lips. His hand climbs up my shirt, touching my small breasts. My brain screams, "No, not you too. This can't be happening. Please, please, please don't ruin this." He's talking softly, telling me, "Don't be afraid. No one has to know. It's our little secret." There's that word again. You know how special you are to me. This is what people do when they like each other a lot. You like me a lot, don't you? My mind is churning. I pull away and I sprint towards the safety of the house. They'll be home any minute, I hope. He doesn't follow me. He let me go. This time. I feel like I'm being hunted. Tom and Cherie, one of the 4 couples, have a pool in their yard. It's a blazing hot day, and we're all gathered for a day in the water and a barbecue. I've had the feeling of bugs crawling in my stomach all morning. Everyone's lazing around the pool. Alcohol is flowing freely, except for Mom and Uncle Vernon. They don't drink. All of us kids are in the pool playing. Here comes Randy, off the diving board with a big splash, and we all scatter, giggling. His girls climb up his arms and dive from his shoulders. And before you know it, he has a line of kids waiting for their turn. All fun and games until he decides it's my turn. I've been trying the invisible thing, but I guess it didn't work. He has easy access today with my bikini. His fingers inside. If I reach out, I can touch Sam. I look over to where my parents are sitting and lock eyes with my mom. How can she not know what's happening to me? Right here in front of everyone. Thank God, it's finally someone else's turn. He moves right on to the next kid without hesitation, and I make my exit. I lift myself from the pool and head into the house to catch my breath. From behind me, I hear the calls. June, where are you going? We were just having some fun. Don't look back. Just keep walking. I need a minute to gather myself up. I put my face back on. I hear the door of the house open. I sprint down the hall to the bathroom and I lock the door. I slide down the door to the floor and I sit there. Nothing makes sense. She was looking right at me. Does she know? I take as long as I feel I can get away with without looking too suspicious. I find that Aunt Carol has followed me into the house and seems to be waiting for me. She starts with some nonsense, small talk, then moves gradually into the heavy stuff. I can feel she's nervous and a little bit upset. Did she see? Is he touching you in the wrong way? What am I going to say to that? Yes, almost everyone out there is touching me in the wrong way, including Uncle Vernon, your husband. What am I going to say to that? Yes, almost everyone out there is touching me in the wrong way, including Uncle Vernon, your husband. If I tell her, God only knows what will happen. What if they blame me? They already know. They have to. I could see the whites of Mom's eyes just now. If it's all brought out in the open like this in front of people, Dad'll kill him. Keeping Dad out of prison feels important. I'm not sure why. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I just want to be left alone. I don't want anyone to die. Or what if they just don't care at all? I decide to not risk it. and lie. Now, if Junebug is speaking to you and stirring thoughts, bringing in awareness, please drop those in the comments below. I would love to hear your reaction and the parallels to your experience, right? And on Today I Choose, we're going to share some of these stories with, you know, anyone who is ready and willing to share their voice with the world. So please jump on my website, CherieDoyen.com, grab your book, Junebug, right, from the books page, so that you can read along and you can share it out with your young female people, right, so that we can start bringing some awareness and into this conversation.